Good afternoon, Earthlings. Well, we've just gotten over a week straight worth of rain and mist and fog and extraordinary dampness, and it's Saturday afternoon, 2 o'clock, and it's nice and sunny out, a few passing clouds, comfortable temperatures, just enough of a breeze hopefully to keep the mosquitoes away. And I think that's as good an excuse as any to go out and try out this whole recording digital camera, take you along with me on metal detecting thing. Gonna try out some local parks. Most of them were built in the late 60s, early 70s. Pretty trashy in most spots. The AT Pro has proven to be really good at improving my good target to trash target rate, and these trashy areas are real good for getting me to learn the signals, learn the sounds, learn what the detector's telling me. I'm getting better and better at eliminating the trash. Don't really expect to find any silver coins. There's not a lot of jewelry, but there's a lot of clad, and it's a great excuse to just get outside and dig in the dirt, get some exercise, go enjoy the nice weather. So come along with me, let's see what we can find. Okay, I'm out at the first park, not too far from my house, and they've recently cut the grass, so there's all kinds of cut grass all over the place. And the ground is relatively dry considering the amount of rain we've had over the last week. I dug a couple of signals already, just trying to come up with a camera technique that's worthwhile. I'm not sure if I've achieved that yet, but I've got a signal right here, solid 80, and it's bouncing around between 2 inches and 4 inches. So it's probably a surface target, penny, but it's a good, strong, repeatable signal. Nothing in the iron audio, so let's see if we can figure out what this is here. And unfortunately, that's exactly what it was. The top off of an aluminum can. They do come in the 79, 80, 81 range. And this was about, 3 inches-ish under the surface. I got a signal here about 10 feet away from a tree near the road. And again, this park I'm hunting in was built sometime in the late 60s. It wasn't here in 65, to the best of my knowledge. So it's after the silver era. Got a signal that was bouncing from a 68 to an 81. It was giving me everything in between. It didn't seem to want to lock on to anything. I haven't been having any trouble really with the ground mineralization now that I have the AT Pro, which is ground balanceable, of course. And I almost passed it up, but I decided, well, it's consistently giving me a high tone, and it's consistently staying more towards the upper 70s than it was bouncing into the 60s, so what the heck, I'll dig it. It said about 6 inches down, so I went ahead and dug it. It was out of the plug and in the dirt over here on the towel, and I am pretty positive that I have just found my first Indian head scent. I don't know if that's focusing. Obviously, I'll give you a better picture later. I can certainly see the shield and the wreath on the back. It says 1 cent in the middle. And I'm pretty sure I can just make out an Indian and what says 1895. So not only have I just found my first Indian, I've just found my first pre-clad, and I've broken into the 1800s all in one shot. So I've dug 1 nickel and that can top and a couple of pieces of slaw and an Indian head. So my whole month is made, my whole day is made. If I don't find a single other thing, I'm perfectly happy with that. I'll obviously try to just wash it off gently and see if I can give you a better picture later on. I'm really psyched. That is just absolutely awesome. I've never dug anything pre-clad except nickels. No war nickels, unfortunately. It's all just been regular oil change since I started last October. But this is very, very sweet. 1895 Indian head. I'm very happy and very psyched, and I'm glad I brought the camera out today. Hopefully I find some more stuff. I'll let you guys know. Don't know what it is. Piece of metal. Piece of iron. It's too heavy to be aluminum. Yeah, some kind of steel. Pretty close to the road here, so should probably move a little bit away from it. Too much trash right here. Alright, see what's next. Yeah, pretty rocky in here. Not real bad, but nope, there it is. And it's a wheat. It is a wheat cent. Wheat ear penny. Looks like 1959. Again, new to the camera thing, don't know if it's focusing or not, but I'll take pictures later. Get some good clear close-ups for you. It looks like I hit it. I've been real good so far at not hitting the coins that I dig up. And again, I haven't found any silver, so even the couple that I have hit with the shovel, it's not a big deal, just clad coins. This one looks like a 59, like I said, and I do think I gave it just a little bit of a ding there, but it's not in great shape. I should clarify what I said before. I have found quite a few wheats, so pre-clad stuff, but I meant I hadn't found any, decent silvers or, any war nickels or anything like that. My oldest nickel so far is in 39, and my oldest wheat cent is in 1915. Again, not in real good shape. I've found a few in the 30s and 40s that were in good shape. So I have found stuff that's older than clad. It's just not. It's just been pennies, and a few nickels that have been older than that. So I'm real happy about that Indian, and there was another nice wheat there, 59. All right, I'll get back to you. Well, seems to be in the plug. Hopefully that's not it. That's it. Drat. Piece of aluminum chain link fencing. Something else that I still have trouble with. I do find these not often, but often enough that it's annoying. Especially anywhere where there's a little league park with the chain link backdrop. There's always pieces of this stuff all over the place. And they're usually a little more consistent. They're usually in the penny range, 78, 80. This one was bouncing from 75 to 85, so it was worth checking out. Certainly wasn't any 8 inches deep. Real common problem I'm having with the AT Pro. I had it with the Ace 250 as well. Is the depth meter is pretty much useless. If it says 8 inches, it's sometimes 2. If it says 2, it's sometimes 8. It just doesn't. It's just not accurate. I don't know what the deal with that is, but I usually just ignore it if it's a good signal, solid signal, especially if it's tight numbers and repeatable. I don't worry about how deep it is. I just go ahead and dig it. Again, I'm not expecting in the particular parks I'm working into to be finding any really good targets that are deep. That Indian head was certainly a surprise. So I don't worry about the depth meter. If it's a good signal, I dig it, but it's definitely inaccurate, at least for the places I work. I don't know if that has to do with ground mineralization or how I have it set up or the kind of batteries I'm using or what, but the depth meter is just not accurate. So, you know, that's what, 5 inches, maybe it was that deep. 5 inches certainly wasn't 8. So just something to keep in mind if you're going to buy this machine. It's a fantastic machine. It finds stuff like mad, but it doesn't tell you how deep they are, at least in my experience with any kind of accuracy. Alright, on to the next one. Some part 2 in action figure. Yeah. Just a hand and whatever the hand was holding. Don't know what that is. Looks like a section of a wall, maybe. Not overly familiar with action figures. Who has a bright blue hand? Alrighty. Let's see what's next. Oh, there it is. Wheat penny. Another wheat penny. See here. Can't quite tell. It looks like it's a 53. Hard to tell. The back looks nice. The front's not so nice. So another wheat penny. That's 2 today. I'll get a good picture of it later on. Get back to you. Yep. Big fat piece of lead. Big piece of lead. Find somebody who does reloading and give that to them. Alright, let's see what's next. Well, here's an interesting target. 78. Over and over and over again. And it's got a little bit of a double beep. It beep, beep, beep. Sometimes it doesn't. But both ways it gives me an occasional double beep. It's only saying 2 inches down, so let's see what we have. Yeah, and that's funny because I normally don't have any kind of an issue pinpointing with this. I've heard a lot of things online and in other people's videos about how it's real hard to pinpoint with this. I really haven't found that. On occasion I miss something, but it pinpointed it right here, and obviously the target's right over here. That's unusual for me anyway. Looks like a Boy Scout or Cub Scout tie clasp, kerchief clasp, whatever they call these things. Yeah, that's the first one of those I've found too. Not in great shape. Back's a little mashed. Front's a little mashed. But yeah, that's interesting. It did give kind of a double beep. 78 every time. And pinpointed it here, and it was over here. Alright, let's see what's next. Okay, here's another good target about 3 feet away from where I found that tie clasp. This is solid 87, 87 over and over, which is a quarter signal. It says it's down about 4 inches.